So to get Durant, it's going to take that number 17 pick.
Absolutely.
It's going to take a sign and trade with Julius Randle.
Yep, that's what it's going to take.
2 years in a row.
Maybe not Julius Randle. Maybe it's Nas Reid to get it in. Maybe Nas Reid to get it done.
Maybe Nas Reid.
A sign and trade with Nas. Yeah, a sign and trade with Nas. Of course, some other pieces to make the money work, and that number 17 pick. And I think Phoenix will do it.
It might work. They have to give Nas the bag, and Phoenix got to be willing to give Nas the bag.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think if that does happen though, I think Bol is packaged up and sent to Minnesota too.
Probably so. I mean, because Bol
was packaged up and sent to oodles and noodles. That man is nowhere.
I mean, they counted on Nas Reid for his 3-point shooting off the bench. You get that from KD, right? And you get more, right? And then if you throw Bol in there with it, I would do it.
Do that. Minnesota definitely do that. It replaces, because KD's not gonna come off the bench like Nas Reid did, but Bol can.
Yep.
49 and 33.
I'm not going last. I must be getting Phoenix.
Right, just lost in 5 games in the Western Conference Final. This is the second year in a row you've got put out in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You do have the number 17 pick in the draft. Your cap situation. And you got some important pieces. And we just talked about Nickeil Alexander-Walker needs to be re-signed. You got Edwards locked up, Gobert's locked up, and he's untradeable, I think. Right? I don't think nobody is gonna pick him up for that amount of money a year.
40K, almost 40 mil. No.
Yeah. So he's stuck. Julius Randle is locked up for another. He'll be in his contract year next year. McDaniels is locked up. Nas Reid is in his contract year next year.
And they gave McDaniels the bag.
Yeah, they gave him.
They should have gave Nas Reid some money too. But DiVincenzo is locked up. Mike Conley, I mean, he'll probably retire after his contract is up next year. So I think the most pressing, most free agent you need to sign is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But you got to remember, if you give him too much, you might end up losing Nas Reid, since you can't trade Rudy Gobert. You can't get off that contract.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to be strategic on what you do with Nickeil, because you got old boy next season, Nas Reid. If we look at where they fall at, go ahead, Jay.
Before Zoe give his answer, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you force Gobert to retire, does he still get paid?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you can. Yeah. I think you can choose to do it a different way, and it won't be a cap hit. I don't think.
Yeah, but he have to agree to it, right?
I don't know, because I know the Knicks just got finished playing Allen Houston about 4 years ago.
Yeah, they can just pay you. Allen Houston still getting checks. It's crazy.
That man ain't suited up since I was in high school.
Oh my god.
Hey, no, Bobby Bonilla was still getting. I think Bobby Bonilla is gonna be getting checks for another. Yeah, he's still getting checks.
July 1st.
July 1st every year. Mills
broke off.
Hey, he got a heck of an agent.
Yeah, man, that man is somebody great.
So, number 24 is where Minnesota falls at as far as where they rank it with their cap hits. Their average age is 27. So yeah, the floor is yours, Zoe Morning. What are you doing?
Looking at that cap situation and looking at what Nickeil Alexander-Walker might command after this, because he played well, a lot. The whole team was up and down, but he made some money this postseason with his play. I just don't see a world where they're going to be able to keep him and Nas Reid, as you said. And so then you have to look at Nas Reid's recent comments saying that, he views himself as a starter, but he did not rule out the fact that he would be willing to re-sign, of course, playing in a contract year, you always thinking about that extension or the next place to play. So they asked him, and he said he feels like he a starter. He also crashed out on a fan who said he didn't hit the parlay and told him to suck his anyway. But
he told him to play D with the flute.
He told him the banjo. He told him He told him the banjo. But I think that it just boils down to who are you going to pay? Those are the two guys you're going to have to pay. If you want to pay Nickeil this year, you're not going to have Naz Reid. And based on play and in my personal opinion of what Rob Dillingham can be, post Mike Conley, I think the Thunder will probably choose to keep Naz Reid over Nickeil. I think that they think they can get the scoring probably.
The Thunder might, but the Wolves definitely will.
No, but look, that was a good slip up because I could see him going over there with his cousin and saying, "Look, man, I'm gonna come over here. Yeah, I'm gonna come play with my cousin there."
He was on the receiving end of that elbow and was like, "I don't want no more of those."
Yeah, man, he did right in the chin piece. But yeah, I'm right there. I think that's what a contention and. Find a different way to play basketball. Honestly, if we talking, I'm the GM, but at the end of the day, Ant dribbled, two-step back. I think that the evolution of his game, like he said, he's only 23. To watch the evolution of his game, what is your front court going to look like? Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. You got Rudy, so is Julius Randle worth keeping past this next season? They got some decisions to make, whether they want to keep this same iteration of this roster who made it to the Western Conference Finals twice and lost both times. Is this the ceiling of this roster currently constructed? I don't know, but I think that some changes are going to have to be made. Julius Randle. I like Julius Randle, but I don't see him as a starting front court piece for this team. If they plan on being championship contenders, and he's going to demand a bag too. I think he's getting paid $30 million right now, if I'm not mistaken.
31.6.
Yeah, I think he's $30 million. I mean, I don't think he's going to command that in 2027. But he's going to want to get paid. I don't think they're going to be able to keep him. And of course, Ant got the bag. Jaden McDaniels got the bag. That's who they plan on building with going forward. They got White Dante out there for the next 3 years. Oh
wait, this might even be worse though, Zoe.
What's that?
So next year is in blue, and I think the comment is right. I think that is a player option.
Yeah, Ixnay, he out of there.
Yeah, they gone. He's gone. He's gone.
Well, both of them.
Both gone.
So you got Julius need to accept that player option for 30. He might do that.
He might just to keep that 30.
He might, 30. But I know Nas ain't about to do it for 15.
No, he views himself as a starter. He award winner, 6th man of the year. He's not going to do that. Naz Reid will be somewhere else then. Dang. Now that changes everything.
Yeah, Nas not about to do it for a Louis belt.
Nah,
you got to show me some money.
More than $40, huh?
Yeah,
boys,
you got to sign. So you got to sign Nickeil.
You got to. You have to now. Or else if you lose Nickeil Alexander and Naz Reid and you don't replace them with at least guys who can replicate their production, then you essentially not restart, regress, and you got to retool. You got to remake your roster now, and you're gonna take a step back. So I don't know if they want to do that.
So to get Durant, it's going to take that number 17 pick.
Absolutely,
it's going to take a sign and trade with Julius Randle.
Yep, that's what it's going to take.
2 years in a row.
Maybe not Julius Randle. Maybe it's Naz Reid to get it in. Maybe Naz Reid to get it done.
Maybe Naz Reid.
A sign and trade with Naz. Yeah, a sign and trade with Naz. Of course, some other pieces to make the money work, and that number 17 pick. And I think Phoenix will do it.
It might work. They have to give Naz the bag, and Phoenix got to be willing to give Naz the bag.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think if that does happen though, I think Bol is packaged up and sent to Minnesota too.
Probably so. I mean, because Bol
was packaged up and sent to oodles and noodles. That man is nowhere.
I mean, they counted on Naz Reid for his 3-point shooting off the bench. You get that from KD, right? And you get more, right? And then if you throw Bol in there with it, I would do it.
Do that. Minnesota definitely do that. It replaces because KD's not gonna come off the bench like Naz Reid did, but Bol can.
Yep.
Bol can.
So, I mean, but adding KD, what are you doing though? Because you got Randle. Are you bringing Randle off the bench, or are you putting KD at the 3? You got McDaniel over there.
No, Randle was in Phoenix.
No. He said we did with
if they do it for Nas Reed, the number 17 pick, and a couple other pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You put KD back at small forward, and you have to make Julius Randle play the 4.
You know what? I think, I don't even know if they'll agree to it. I think they're going to trade Nas Reed and Randle, because Randle is a $30 million cap hit, and he gonna be asking for more.
Mm-hmm. He wants money.
So you might have to send Reed and Randle. That is crazy.
Yeah, this team.
Well, you're gonna lose them anyway.
Yeah, but this team, because of the cap hit and because of the doggone Rudy Gobert contract, this team we may have seen for the near future. I don't know if we've seen their ceiling. For like Western Conference Finals is their ceiling, and I think it may take a step back over the next 2 years while they figure out what their direction is. Because
they'll figure it out. The GMs and all that. That's smart. They'll figure the money out.
When you guys look at it, they didn't belong in the Western Conference Finals this year.
That's fair.
Yeah, because they got. I mean, having to play Lakers and Luka Doncic.
Yeah,
Luka Vandross and Lazan, and then going through a hurt Warriors team. I mean, it's.
Yeah, it was.
They didn't really belong there, guys.
The road was definitely paved for them to be.
It was a quintessential easy streak to get there.
Yeah.
I've seen tougher roads in the playoffs,
especially when Curry got hurt.
Yeah,
I think if Curry don't get hurt, it's a different situation coming out that round.
The Knicks won that trade.
I think you're right.
They did. I mean, the Timberwolves, they didn't even belong in the Western Conference Finals, and they're in the same place that they were last year. They did not get any better.
Pretty much. And they won less games.
And they cap strapped.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But I will say, I think this is a good thing, is that Julius Randle plays better with Minnesota. He plays better there. I think it's because it's a smaller market team. The media is not on his ass the way that the New York one was.
Yeah. He plays better until he plays against OKC. Because OKC don't strap these boys up.
He plays better until he starts to Randle. Julius Randle is going, they handled Randle. That's all.